Hey, fam. I didn't know I was live already. But listen, I had a question. Why do you go to church? Why do you go to church? If you go to church, if you're going to church for any other reason than to build a relationship with God, to have a better understanding of your purpose in life, to understand a closer walk with Jesus, to experience the move of God. If you're going to church for any other reason than that, you're going with the wrong motives. Ladies, if you're going to church looking for a husband, you might find someone there. He might have on a suit, a tie, nice shoes, and carry a Bible. But that doesn't mean that he is a man of the cloth. That doesn't mean that he is anointed. That doesn't mean that he is your husband. And fellas, vice versa. If you going to church looking for a wife, you going with the wrong motives. If you going to church just because you see a woman, she may look nice, smell good, hair on fleek, makeup on fleek, shoe game tight, purse, accessories, everything matching, dressed down to her ankles. But that doesn't mean that she is saved. That doesn't mean that she is anointed. That doesn't mean that she is a woman of virtue. That doesn't mean that she is a woman of God. That doesn't mean that she's your wife. So stop going to church looking for your mate. If you're not going to get a better understanding, build a relationship with God, for the word to transform your mind, to transform your heart, become alive down in your soul, so you can be able to go out and help someone else. If you're not going for that reason, you're going for the wrong purpose. You have some of the biggest devils in the church. Now, I'm not saying everybody in the church ain't saved. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, you can find some of the biggest devils in the church. Just because everybody's in that building doesn't mean that they're there for the same purpose. They're there to serve God. They're not there. Everybody's not there for the same purpose. They don't have the same intent. So if you're going for anything other than to build a relationship with God, build a relationship with Jesus, to learn of his will and his way, you're going in the wrong manner. Because ladies, every man that you see that total Bible, that's not the one. That's not your husband. That's not him. Stop thinking that every time you see one, that's him. Listen, I'm going to go back to the Garden of Eden. I'm going to go to Genesis 3. When God said that he created everything, he created male and female. He created Adam. And when he noticed that it wasn't good for Adam to be alone, he put Adam to sleep. He performed the first surgery on Adam. And Adam gave birth to Eve. And now when Adam woke up out of that sleep, he said, God presented this woman to Adam. The woman never said anything, but God presented this woman to Adam. And Adam said, this is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. This is my rib. I shall call her woman. Now see, Adam was asleep. So how did he know that this woman came from him? See, it has to be more than a physical attraction. It has to be a spiritual attraction, a spiritual connection. If you don't have something spiritual that's connecting you, that's not the one. And ladies, it's not for you to say, I am your wife. Because in Genesis, Eve didn't come up to Adam and say, hey, look, I'm your wife, marry me. I'm the one that God chose. No. It say that God presented her to Adam. And immediately he knew where she came from. He knew that that was part of him. So ladies, I said all that to say this. And fellas, if you're going to church looking for a mate, don't do that. That's the wrong thing to do. Because guess what? That same old prayer you praying for a mate. I want my ladies, you know how we do. I want my husband to be 6 feet. I want him to have 6 figures. I want him to have this kind of car. I want him to be dressed like this, look like that. And fellas, y'all do the same thing. The enemy is right there listening to the words you putting into the atmosphere. So guess what? He gonna try to line up with them birds. He gonna send you a devil in a 3-piece suit with a Bible, or a devil in a dress. Everything that you said you wanted, so you can think that's God. That's not how God works. That's not how God works. So that's what I say. I come to say today, I had to share it. I need to be transparent with you guys, because if you're going to church for any other reason than to build a relationship with God, you're going for the wrong reason. So reevaluate yourself. And that's what I had to say. This is your girl Ray, and I'm out. I don't know which camera to look at. But anyway, I'm out, fellas and ladies.